Hey guys, welcome back to the Breaking Through Code channel. Today we've got another video to continue this road to glory for learning SQL. Okay, please like, comment and subscribe so I can keep this road to glory going for yourselves. Okay, we've got a bit of a mouthful for the title. Cascading Referential Integrity Constraint. What is that? And what does it mean in SQL? Okay, well, in order to understand this in detail, let's have a quick recap of what we've gone through so far. So, what you would have learned in the videos, if you've been keeping up with the series, is first of all how to create tables in SQL. Okay, then I've showed you how to add primary and foreign key constraints to those tables. Okay, and I've even showed you how to also create a default constraint, so you're going to want to watch those videos in order to get up to speed. Okay, but if you haven't, no bother. I'm going to try my best to make sure you get it anyway. Okay, so we've created two tables so far, okay, in our previous videos. One to store characters and the other to store gender for the characters for this big game we're supposed to be making. Okay, now as you can see, we've linked the tables by using the primary key of the ID column of the gender table as a foreign key in the character table. Okay, and this is to make sure that the data in our tables is accurate, because if someone comes to us and asks, hey, what's Neo's gender? Well, we're going to be able to say that, okay, well, Neo's gender ID is 3. So if we refer back to this gender table, we can see that the 3 represents unknown. So therefore, Neo's gender is unknown. Great, okay. Now, say we want to delete one of the records in our gender table. Say we want to get rid of the unknown species because the gender is now known, but we don't know it yet, but we will shortly. So in the meantime, let's delete it. Okay, what do you think is going to happen when we delete this? Okay, well, let's head over to SQL Server Management Studios and find out. Okay, let's open up a new query window, make sure that it's referencing the correct table. Okay, and then we simply type delete from and then the table. So in this case it's dot the IntelliSense has helped us out great there. Table gender, and what do we want to delete? Oh, we want to delete where, if I remember correctly, the ID was 3. Okay, so we'll say where ID equals 3. Okay, so let's run this query and see what happens. Ooh, we get an error. So the error says the delete statement conflicted with the reference constraint foreign key table character underscore table gender. The conflict occurred in the database, obviously our database table, the DBO table character table column gender ID. Okay, so we know we have this foreign key constraint. Okay, so let's check out that constraint and see what's going on in here. So basically, if I remember correctly, this is the yes, this was the foreign key constraint that linked, as I explained earlier, the gender ID, so that the ID, well, actually, let me go to the PowerPoint and explain it better. Let me go. So basically, this was the one that linked this primary key. Oops, I've gone past it again. Apologies, guys. Need to get better with my mouse. Okay, so this was the one that linked this ID column as the primary key of the gender table to, and it was used as a foreign key in the character table. Okay, so if we head back over to SSMS, we can see that if we scroll down, we get this section called insert and update specification. And if we open that up, you can see it's got delete rules here and update rules, and it's got in it no action. Okay, if we drop this down for the delete rule, for example, we've got, because that's what we were trying to do, we've got a couple of other options. We've got no action, we've got cascade, we've got set null, and we've got default. Okay, so let's go through each option and discuss these delete rules in more detail. Okay, let me just close that. Okay, what happened to my oh, I've hidden my PowerPoint. Can you imagine? How embarrassing. Let's unhide that because I want to show you that. So let's go over to that part. Okay, so to go over those options in the delete rules. Okay, so we've got the no action. So this is a default behavior in the delete rule, and this basically means that if we try to delete anything from the gender table that is referenced in the character table, it will not be allowed. Okay, which is basically what we saw when we tried to delete that. When we tried to delete run this query here, this is basically what was happening. It was because of the default behavior of no action, it didn't allow us to delete that foreign key, because if we select this table, sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, if I select this table, the character table, we will see that the ID of 3, which is the one we tried to delete, is referenced as a foreign key in here, so we can't delete that. Okay, next up we have the cascade. Okay, and the cascade option means that this that anything we delete will also delete anything that references it as a foreign key. Okay, so if we head back over to SSMS, if we, let me select that gender table so you can have a look at it yourself. So if we delete anything in here, it will also delete anything that it references in here as well. Okay, then what else do we have? We have the set null, which will obviously set all referenced foreign key values to null. So if we delete something in here, the equivalent value in here will be set to null. Okay, and then finally we've got the set default, and okay, and what this will do is just basically it will set the default value for the foreign key values of the deleted primary key. Okay, so I've already kind of gone through how we set a default value, because I think we went through that in one of the previous videos, but just to show you, we created a default value already. Let me script that for you just so you can see. So if you missed that in the previous video, please check it out. So this default constraint basically states that that for this character table, yeah, if no gender ID was provided, set it to 3. Okay, so if we are adding something into this character table and we don't provide a default a value for the gender ID, it will automatically set that to 3. Okay, so if we set the delete rule for the foreign key to set default and save that, so let's do that. So if we go over here, I think it was over here. What was it? Let's get rid of that actually, because it's open too many tabs. If we go over here and double click that, okay, and go to insert, set the default rule to set default, I believe it is, and close that, and then right click on here, save that, and say yes. Cool. If we head over to the query window, we'll go over to this one. Where is it? The one we had originally. Okay, so what we are, just so you can see the tables that we have at the moment on the same screen. Let's select all from video dot table character. Okay, and we will copy that and do the same for the TBR gender table. So let's run those queries together and you can see what we have at the moment. So if we delete the 3 at the moment, we're hoping that it will default to, it's going to default to 3 anyway. So let's actually delete 2 actually in this scenario. And so at the moment Anna is set to 2. So if we delete 2, it will set Anna to 3 basically. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, cool. So we didn't get an error this time. Okay, and if we go back and refresh these tables, as you can see, Anna, which was 2 before, has now got a gender ID of 3. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try the we'll try the null example in this scenario. So we head over to this window, we change the delete rule to set null. Okay, we close that and we make sure we save that as well. Okay, and say yes here, and then when we head back over to our query window, which one was it? It was this one. Cool. So let's just see what the state of our tables are. So we've got that, so we can see that Rex has the ID of 1, okay, which is male. So if we delete 1 in the gender table, okay, and refresh the character table, we're expecting Rex not to have, or Rex and Hector not to have the gender ID of 1, but to have null instead. So let's try that. So let's delete from table gender where ID equals 1. So that should get rid of that, and let's see what happens. So as you can see now, we only have 1 gender now here, which is ID of 3, and Rex and Hector's gender IDs are now null. Okay, so finally let's show the cascade delete rule. Okay, so head over again to the table, the foreign key constraint, head down here, set that to cascade. Okay, close that, save that, say yes, close that. Okay, so oops, I don't know why this has popped back up. Okay, having a nightmare with PowerPoint today. Okay, cool. So in this scenario, we're going to get rid of this, the only last gender we have, gender ID 3, and we expect that what will happen is that all the rows with gender ID 3 will be deleted as well. Okay, so in the character table. Okay, so when we delete this, it cascades and deletes everything in the foreign key table as well. So let's go with that. So let's execute that. And then when we refresh our tables, we've got nothing in here, and then all the rows that had the ID of 3 here has been deleted. Okay, great. Hope you enjoyed the videos, guys. Sorry. If you learned something from this video, please like it. If you want to learn more, please subscribe, and have a great day.